Cup in
representing
Perth.
Team Kazakhstan to serve. Play. Love 15.
That's what she does so well, Elena Rybakina. She doesn't always go for that big first serve. That one was placed out wide, just beautifully, 139 kilometers an hour. It's the variety that's such a strength in her serve.
Unplayable serving from Rybakina.
First game.
It's pretty terrifying for everybody else on the WTA that she's already got one of the best serves on tour, and she's employed Goran Ivanisevic. She says one of his goals is to improve her serve.
Maybe she's going to serve left-handed soon, who knows, like Goran, and then it's going to be even more effective. But no, what a great combination it is, Elena Rybakina with Goran Ivanisevic. Obviously, he's been, you know, playing in finals of Grand Slam, is a Wimbledon champion as well. He knows exactly how it feels in those situations, and I had a chat to him. He said it's an absolute delight to work with Elena. She's like a sponge, listening to what he says, and yeah, she can relate to him, and that's the good thing. So it's a different story when the information comes from a former player, former superstar like Goran.
What areas are there to improve on her serve? Do you think it'll be the second serve, perhaps, that he might be working on?
Probably, and then you can always, you know, you can always improve as a tennis player anywhere. That's the good thing. I mean, she's already getting so many free points. I would think probably the speed still, maybe even more variety. The kick serve, as you said, that it bounces up even higher.
Team Germany.
That's the good thing. As a tennis player, you're never finished with learning.
So no great surprise that the win predictor sees Rybakina as the heavy favourite here, 81%. That certainly is the case on paper, that she's the favourite, but Laura Siegemund laughs in the face of statistics like that. Fuel to her fire. Very happy being the underdog, Babsy, isn't she?
Yep, she is. She's got absolutely nothing to lose. She knows that she's had some tough matches against Elena. The pressure is definitely on Rybakina in this one.
That power looks so easy for Rybakina.
48-15.
She can make it look so easy, Rybakina, especially when she doesn't have to move that much. When she's standing comfortably in the middle, then she likes to dictate. And that's her biggest strength, and it's not that easy to get her moving. And that department probably needs a little bit of work, that agility out there on the court, which is not easy, obviously, when you're that tall.
Game, Team Germany.
Intensity right from the off for Siegemund. Jill, interest.
Pretty straightforward, that game for Siegemund. But we talked about the serve, that big weapon from Elena Rybakina, and that's her service placement in the last couple of matches. So she liked to go out to the backhand wing much more, but have a look at this placement. She doesn't use that body serve at all, which I think is also a very effective serve. But obviously against Busas Manero and Zachary, they both had weaknesses on their backhand.
15 left.
So you'd perhaps expect the body serve a little more today?
I think it would be great. It's a fantastic option, that body serve, because you just cut the angles. You know, it's so much harder for the returner to produce an angle.
That was a great image to look at, because I think, you know, you've been talking about what Rybakina has been working on, and I do think I've noticed in the last couple of matches that she's played not only the variety, but she's using sometimes a second serve as a first serve as well, which I think it could be pretty effective for her.
30-15.
Alexander Zverev Sr. there in the foreground. Of course, father of Alexander Zverev Jr., but also captain for Germany this week. Comfortable on serve for both.
Kazakhstan.
So far, 2-1, the lead for Rybakina.
Team Kazakhstan lead 2-1.
Вторая подача агрессивная.
Да, я не могу ее снимать.
Не, я понимаю, просто с ногами ее можешь атаковать по возможности. Она просто будет пытаться ее тебе больше в тело подавать. Она знает, что она у нее слабая, и она не будет тебе подавать по сторонам, она будет тебе ее больше в тело. Значит, ты можешь сделать максимально неудобно.
Time.
Siegemund up quickly once time is called. Interesting to see no strapping on her thigh today. A couple of days ago, she came out with pretty heavy strapping. Didn't see any evidence of injury in her play, but certainly a sign that she's feeling fine after all the many hours of tennis she's already played this week. She likes to slice that forehand, Siegemund. Is that a good tactic?
Well,
today?
I think she needs to use her variety, but it's easier said than done, because if somebody plays so powerful, it's so much harder to throw in that variety. And we've seen it in the last few matches of Siegemund that she doesn't like that forehand slice. We don't see that very often on the tour, but it can be effective.
You'll also notice, if you're watching Laura Siegemund for the first time, she does dice with danger on the shot clock. She takes the full 25 seconds between serves, and sometimes more. I think she's had time violations in every match so far, and it can sometimes get under the skin of the opponents, but Elena Rybakina generally pretty serene on that front.
Bit of luck there for Siegemund.
30-15.
And I would almost favor Siegemund. The longer the rallies go, if she can somehow involve Rybakina in longer rallies, then it should be good for her. Now, what's that sign? Luck. The hand. We need to do a little bit of research. Also with the second serve, Laura Siegemund has to be slightly careful. I think today it'll also be key to get a good percentage of her first serve in, because Rybakina will look to step in. Much better. Nice placement from the German.
Team Germany.
There's that intensity from Laura Siegemund, and we can now check in with Jill, who's speaking to Daniel Masur from the Germany bench.
Daniel, first of all, Happy New Year.
Thanks.
And just wanted to say, what did the German team get up to yesterday on New Year's Eve? What did you guys do together?
Well, the tournament organized a nice party for the players, so we attended there. Some of us, especially Laura, I mean, she had to play first match today, so she left a little bit earlier. The rest of us stayed until after the firework at 12, but then we straight went to bed because obviously we have a big match today.
Yeah, and it's a hot day, the hottest so far of the event. I know we've seen the players using ice towels. What else do you think is important to be able for Laura to prepare for a day like today?
Yeah, I mean, definitely to stay hydrated, start drinking a lot already, like in the morning before the match, because it's not easy to refuel everything you sweat out during the match. I think it's not possible, so start drinking a little bit earlier, cool down during the changeovers, and then maybe also between the points, use the shade in the bag to stay away from the sun for a little bit.
And this is a tough match, right? I mean, Laura has beaten Elena before, but what do you think the keys are for Laura to really cause some problems for Elena?
I think Laura has quite a game that's
15,
a little bit
13.
uncomfortable for Elena, although she's one of the top players of the world. I think Laura is doing it very well until now. She's mixing it up, changing the rhythm, the speed, using her slice. So yeah, I think she's doing it very well at the moment.
And we've also been enjoying, you guys do this little chant before the match starts where you all get together in a huddle. What are you guys saying to each other?
Basically, it's Sasha speaking, and because he's the leader of our team. And yeah, he's just trying to give us a good feeling, to motivate us.
32.
And yeah, that we stay together as a group and we're enjoying the time together. So I think it's a great thing. Yeah.
Well, you can feel it. You guys look very together as a team. But good luck. Congratulations. I'll let you focus, support Laura. But thanks for joining us.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
14-13.
And thank you, Jill, for that very important confirmation that there was indeed a party last night that we weren't invited to.
There was a party in the 5th floor. You should have just gone up there, Catherine. But we had our own little group. You know, they probably wanted to join us, our group.
Absolutely.
It's so much fun.
Game, Team Kazakhstan.
Who needs the 5th floor? A little bit of danger there at 15:30, but no trouble for
Kazakhstan
Rybakina. She's in the lead again, 3-2. So Rybakina speaking a little bit to Alexander Nedovyazov, their team captain for Kazakhstan, as we head to Margaret River. Yet another beautiful destination here in Western Australia, known for its vineyards, surrounded by some of the most stunning scenery. Good for hiking, kayaking, and these incredible looking limestone caves. Absolutely stunning. Now this one is driving distance from Perth, I think about a 4-hour drive, which is absolutely nothing in this part of the world, Babsy.
No, it's nothing, but I still haven't made it there. It's crazy because I'm actually living on the other side of Perth, on the east coast, and that is too far to come around. But it's on my bucket list, definitely. I've heard a lot of good things about Margaret River.
Yeah, me too. Every time I'm here and I say, you know, what should I tick off on my Western Australia list? Margaret River always comes up.
Well, maybe next year we have to plan to come a day earlier, 2 days earlier.
So, I've done Rottnest, got my Quokka selfie.
Good.
It pales in comparison, though, to the Elena Rybakina Quokka selfie. Straight into the Hall of Fame.
That is definitely straight into the Hall of Fame. Well, you never know with the Quokkas, you know, they move fairly quickly when you get the right shot, the right angle, and she's nailed it. Look it up on her Instagram page.
Yeah, it's a stunner. The key to a good Quokka selfie is that both the Quokka and the human look happy.
They always look happy.
They always look happy, but
some humans don't.
Yeah, Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal both got excellent Quokka selfies over the years.
So they just run around there everywhere, the Quokkas.
Kind of, yeah.
Huh. It's on my bucket list as well.
Can't drop the ball that short to Elena Rybakina.
No, you have to have depth, and once again, when it's hip height, you know, and she's in a comfortable position, then her forehand and backhand is so dangerous. She's such a clean hitter. Great timing.
15-all.
A little bit slow the way she's moved to the ball there, Rybakina, and that's the thing. She moves all right laterally on the baseline, but when the ball is just a little bit deeper, a little bit shorter. With a slice, for example, that's where she has slight problems. Did you just try to catch a fly in here, Catherine?
Yes.
Did you get it?
I didn't. But it won't be my last attempt. I won't be defeated by the fly.
Yeah, well played. If she has a chance, she has to come in, Laura Siegemund. And what she loves when she comes to the net is playing those drop shot volleys. She's done it in doubles, in singles in the past few days as well. Has good feel. Sometimes doesn't work out, but this one was brilliant.
Right from the start of this match, I do feel like Siegemund's doing a good job of getting ready very quickly after the serve, and she's going to have to because that ball is coming with such good length and speed. But that's something that I think she knows has to be very, very sharp, is being alert right off of the serve. And even though she missed that one, she had to plan it. She was on top of it. So she's been very quick off the first step.
Okay, danger here for Siegemund. The first break point for Team Kazakhstan and Rybakina. Now, will that hand symbol bring her luck? That's what it's supposed to do, according to my internet search.
Well done.
Game, Team Kazakhstan.
There is the break. She's happy
Team
to live and
Kazakhstan
die
lead
by
4
the drop
games to
shot
2.
sword, isn't she, Siegemund?
Yeah, I mean, that's just her game. And we've seen it so many times. Sometimes it's the right moment for her to play those drop shots or not. But I don't think she can get herself involved to too many ground stroke rallies where she's just hitting with Rybakina. So it was a good attempt. I'm sure she'll be successful again. She'll keep on doing it. She'll keep on trying it, that's for sure. But she has a lot of options, the German. Oh, too good. Look at that depth there. And because she's so tall, Rybakina, you feel like sometimes she's not even moving. She doesn't have to move. She takes one little step and she's pretty much covering that backhand side. Nice early preparation.
It's a lovely shot, isn't it, that backhand? It seems like she can take it either direction with equal ease. Lovely from Siegemund.
15.
Did you hear what she said?
That's it.
That's it. That's the forehand. Yep.
I think that's also the play. I think that's what she's going for, is trying to utilize that slice, because if the slices stay low on these courts, and it's going to force Elena to have to hit up, and then Siegemund can attack on the next one. That's a really good play.
30, 15.
Yeah, and when that slice is coming really low from Siegemund, it's because Rybakina is so tall. It's a long way to bend your knees for her.
Real aggression from Siegemund this
32.
game.
Yeah, she was waiting for that return. Well, if she looked at the stats that Rybakina is going mainly to the backhand, then that should help. You just have to be so alert. And it's very hard when you play Rybakina also to get that rhythm, because some of the points, they're just so short to stay in the moment, to stay focused.
Game, Team Kazakhstan.
Well, she's trying to play an aggressive brand of
Ball
tennis,
change,
isn't she, Siegemund? So I guess she has to accept
Team
some
Kazakhstan
unforced
lead,
errors.
5
But
games to 2.
it's a handsome lead for Rybakina, 5-2. Some more on the necklace, because I'd hate for some good Googling to go to waste.
Yeah, tell me.
It's called a Hamsa hand.
Okay.
An image recognized and used as a sign of protection throughout history, traditionally believed to provide defense against the evil eye.
Oh, I need to get that. We need to go and
I think
shopping
we all
today.
do,
Yeah.
potentially.
And there it is. Beautiful necklace.
Originates from ancient Middle Eastern religion and has a history of thousands of years.
Well, then it should work, right?
Yeah, she is 5-2 down, so it's not a fantastic advert for
Maybe
the power of the Hamsa hand.
Doesn't protect her maybe against the serve of Rybakina and her game, but maybe more important things in life, who knows, you know? Staying healthy, happy.
Even the Hamsa hand has its limits. Potentially. I mean, Siegemund loves a comeback.
Time.
More props to the DJ, my MVP for the week here in Perth.
Yeah, the music's been great, huh?
Yeah, really adding to the vibes.
I watched him the other day. He was just dancing and feeling the music. Yeah, that's one component from Rybakina, just the movement on the court. I think that can definitely get a bit better.
Sometimes it can be a little bit hard to exploit that movement. I totally agree. I mean, that'd be a good play for Siegemund to try and open up the court. The length of Rybakina's legs, I mean, she's so tall, she has to take 1 or 2 steps, then you feel like she's at the ball. So sometimes it can be challenging to find that opening.
30-15.
A bit of encouragement there from the bench, from her coach Luca, that it was the right thing to do. To sometimes go for it.
Totally mistimed that one. Pretty rare for Rybakina.
When she makes it to the net, then she knows what she's doing with those volleys, and the short volleys are so effective against Rybakina.
Lovely point. Maybe I underestimated the Hamsa hand.
Yeah, you never know. Maybe there could be a turn now. Still Rybakina to serve, so be a big task to break.
Serving for the set, no less.
Ooh, nearly got her there. 15. It was all open.
Yeah, didn't need to be that good, did it? She had a whole court to play with.
Sometimes when you see that the whole court is open and you feel like, okay, I have a chance and I have to seize it, then you come up with the error because of the pressure.
13.
Come back to that in a moment. Was she querying how quickly Rybakina is playing?
Yeah, I didn't really hear the conversation, but she wasn't happy with something.
Well, she is playing quickly. She raced through that one. Very comfortable way to serve out the opening set for the former world number 3.
Yeah, I think it was a very solid set there.
The service pace, so this pretty par for the course for her.
Yeah, I wonder how much time she's going to take now
15.
on her own serve. She's probably going to take the whole 25 seconds here, just to make sure that Rybakina has to adapt to her pace.
I suspect you're right, Babsy, yeah.
You know, it's a little bit of mind games on the court out there as well. Whoa. Well, she went for that one. Rybakina.
She's also quite smart with this shot clock usage, Siegemund, because the shot clock stops when you start your service motion. So Siegemund is about to start here, but then she pauses again So she gets herself a bit of extra time.
That's what she doesn't like, Rybakina, that full sprint forward. So well played from Siegemund. I want to see a few more of those ones in this second set, if possible.
Wild game to start the second set from Rybakina, but front foot tennis from Siegemund.
Yep, that was a good start, and the way she's running to the other side of the court shows Rybakina that there's a lot of energy left still in Laura Siegemund. She's just not just going away just yet. She's a phenomenal competitor. Did you get the fly? Well, it's a mosquito. There's some blood here on your wrist.
I just killed a mosquito mid-bite. Like a ninja.
You should see this. It's really interesting because the mosquito, I can see, well, I can see the wing, one of the wings. I can see blood. Are you okay? Do we need to get...
What is going on up there? Are you guys doing okay?
It's all happening up here, Jill. I turn around and then there's a death in here.
Do you need me to bring up the first aid box, or?
I think we should be all right.
I have just committed a murder.
It's a good start of the new year, isn't it?
There's a crime scene on my arm right now.
It's just that constant pressure you have on Rybakina's serve. It's hard to deal with. Sometimes you almost have to take that 50-50 chance where she serves. You know, you've made it when you have your own name on your shoe.
How many Grand Slams do you think you need to have won before you start having the symbols on your shoes or about your person to represent each of those slams? Because Rybakina's got it for one.
Yeah. Well, obviously one.
Game team Kazakhstan.
It was funny when Novak Djokovic was asked, you know, what are his goals in 2025. He said 2025, 25. 25 Grand Slam titles.
That's a cool thing
cool
to be able to say, isn't it? Well, he achieved his goal for 2024, which was Olympic gold, didn't he?
Yep, he certainly did. That was on his bucket list and meant so much when he converted that match point. He was shaking, he was in tears, he was so emotional. Great to see.
One of the moments of the year. Yes, you know, on paper on the tour, not his best season, no Grand Slams, but I think he'd have signed for it at the start of the year. That's how much he wanted that Olympic gold.
Block 15.
Well, that time Rybakina handling the low ball very well, but that's because she got up with her feet, was a lot more balanced and in control. Like she was already looking for it, and that's why she was able to accelerate and hit that ball with a lot of pace.
Love 13. Love 14.
Quite a few opportunities here now to get that early break in for Rybakina. A lot of times when she has to move out wide, Rybakina on that forehand wing, and she tries to go down the line, it lands in the net.
It's a high risk shot, of course, than going.
Yeah, but you have to know when you change directions, you've got to aim it a little bit higher over the net. That's the highest part of the net. And I've seen her do that quite a few times already today.
Still break point.
Game, Team Kazakhstan.
Well, a bit of a shame from Siegemund there. She did look a bit sluggish moving out to that forehand side,
Team
Rybakina,
Kazakhstan
but
2 games to
secures
1.
the break. Set 2-1 now.
Нет, так хорошо получилось. Зато ты видишь эффективность этого удара. Ну, разве нет?
So Rybakina with a handsome lead in this opening match. This is the man that we expect to see in the next singles match, taking on Alexander Shevchenko, the #1 singles player for Kazakhstan. He's been practicing a lot of serves, Zverev. And he did tell you a couple of days ago, didn't he, that he was struggling a little bit with his arm, a bit of soreness, and he has been just feeling it out a little bit, clutching at it. Doesn't look 100%. And of course, well, this is the most stupid thing anyone's ever said, but the right arm is quite important, Babsy.
Yeah, it is. I don't think he can play with his left arm tennis the way he does with his right arm. Yeah, he did mention the first day that he felt his elbow just a little bit. We'll see how he goes in his match. You don't want to start the beginning of the year with an injury. That's the thing. I mean, it's going to be a long year ahead. He barely had any time off as well, so it's not easy, you know, for tennis players to look after their body all the time because you're constantly under pressure to play. So we'll see what happens. I'm in good spirits for Sasha Zverev. He's played a lot of tennis here already with the mixed doubles.
Yeah, one thing that does strike me is, assuming he's good to play the singles, if he is carrying a little something, I'd be surprised to see him play both.
It's not necessary, I think, for him to, if that would be decided, but it looks like there could be a deciding mixed doubles today.
I mean, they have a fantastic men's doubles specialist on the bench, don't they, in Tim Putz?
Yeah.
Fresh from winning the ATP Finals title just a few weeks ago. So no big dramas if he can't play doubles, but one to keep an eye on.
Oh, she had too much time there.
Love 15.
Elena Rybakina not happy about that forehand after such a good serve. was a bit tricky for Rybakina because that ball bounce from Siegemund was quite awkward.
15.
Yeah, it was interesting because, I mean, you could tell when she hit it, it was a mishit from Siegemund, that it was going to have a little bit of a strange spin on it, but Rybakina handled it well, but it took her a little moment to react to that spin and adjust. Luckily, she was close enough to the net to make it a pretty easy put away.
It got a big round of applause from coach Goran Ivanisevic that point. He loves to see Rybakina up at the net. Just spraying a few, isn't she? Just a little loose from Rybakina.
Yep. For her, it's important to not relax too much. Just thinking, okay, you've got that one break under your belt. We know Siegemund is dangerous. Yeah, too good.
And then she does that.
Yeah.
She can create that angle from the middle of the court, can't she? Because of her height and her stature.
Yeah, and that's why she's won that point. If that would have been long and deep, I think Siegemund would have been there. So it's always good to change the depth as well. Oh, there's a chance here.
30-14.
Yeah, Siegemund feels it. She's right up on her tiptoes here. Point to break back.
Ah, too good from Rybakina so many times. She hits that serve out wide, and then she can pretty much dictate with that forehand out of the middle, and she's done it well, coming to the net. That was actually down the tee, that serve, but I like it that she actually followed through and hit it with a volley. That's what she needs to do a little bit more often.
Lovely stuff.
Advantage, Team Germany.
I love that play, and she got a head start on that return. She really anticipated well, was already moving to her right to take that ball early. Love the fact that she just charged forward.
Well, a second serve on a break point. She knows how big this is.
Went for too much, and that's why you have to stay calm. You know, she sees that opportunity. She knew she had it there, and then making an error like that, that's hard to digest. It would have been all square. You don't get too many opportunities against those top players. When you get them, you got to take them. Otherwise,
Advantage, Team Kazakhstan.
Yeah, she can, when you've got a serve and a weapon like that, you can just snuff out opportunities in an instant, can't you? 1 minute you break point up, the next minute you're sitting down at the change of ends.
Game,
And
Team
there it is.
Kazakhstan.
The whole saving 2 break points.
Team
Rybakina
Kazakhstan
casually
lead
tossing
3
the
games to
balls
1.
back down the other end.
We've talked a lot about the forehand of Elena Rybakina. Let's have a look at the placement today, really targeting the forehand of Laura Siegemund. As you can see, there's barely any balls going into the middle. She likes to spread the ball whenever she plays a winner, hits a winner. It's coming to that forehand wing. She has a tendency to play more cross-court than down the line, Rybakina. But when she stands there at the ball, it's a bullet, it's a rocket. So big, big strength besides the serve.
Love 15.
She's just under constant pressure, isn't she, Laura Siegemund?
She's so good at creating that angle on the forehand, isn't she?
Yeah, and I mean, we just analyzed the forehand that she goes on the majority of times, to the forehand wing of Siegemund, and she's done it again. She never really goes down the line. So that's something maybe Siegemund has to think about as well. At some stage, as you said, it's usually that short cross-court angle.
2 break points for the double break.
$30-14.
Gets it on the second try. It's all Rybakina just now, setting a double break, 4-1.
Team Kazakhstan lead 4-1.
We talked about teaming up with Goran Ivanisevic, Elena Rybakina, and I'm sure if you have someone, you know, like Goran sitting there on the bench in your team, that would give you so much more confidence as well.
Absolutely. He was in high demand as a coach, wasn't he, after he split from Novak Djokovic. Made it clear that he wanted and needed a bit of time off after the intensity of working with Novak. Wanted to take the summer, but I believe he had a lot of calls coming his way. So it's a real endorsement of Rybakina that he chose to work with her.
Yeah, absolutely. And I never thought that I was going to see him at some stage on the WTA tour, but he's having a good time so far. He's loving it, and obviously to coach a woman is very different than coaching a man.
And he very specifically wanted that challenge, didn't he? Wanted to see if he could, you know, transfer his coaching skills to the WTA, and I think he's aware that that is a different challenge.
Yeah.
So kind of not taking that lightly.
No, it certainly is, and he knew that before, and I love it that coaches challenge themselves as well, and this is a new experience for Goran. And I'm sure the two of them will have lots of success in the future. This is just the beginning.
So Rybakina 2 points away from getting the first win of this 3-match tie to book a place in the Sydney semi-finals of the United Cup. No pressure, Laura Siegemund, but we are just hearing that Zverev has pulled out of the singles.
15.
That bicep strain that we saw him struggling with in practice a few moments ago, obviously a little more serious than we feared. So he's out of the singles. Daniel Masur will play, and that makes Shevchenko of Kazakhstan suddenly the heavy favourite in that second singles.
That's already obviously tough for Sasha Zverev to have an injury like that at the beginning of the year. And that's not a great thing for Team Germany here, I have to say, as well. So that might be it for them this year at the United Cup. But he needs to obviously look after his body. Talked about the length of the season.
Very difficult for us to tell and speculate about how serious it is, because with a Grand Slam around the corner, a player isn't going to take any risks. But equally, you know, we know this competition means a lot to him.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's a strain of the biceps, you know, that's going to take a bit to heal. That doesn't just go away in a few days. So I'm sure he's going to just take some time off until the Australian Open, and hopefully he's going to be fit by then.
Team Kazakhstan lead 5 games to 1.
She's rocking now, Rybakina, isn't she? Set and 5-1.
Yeah, she's not in danger at all today, isn't she? She's in complete control.
Yeah, so comfortable. Just 55 seconds. I think that's the quickest game of the week. Taylor Fritz has served a couple of quick ones, but he hasn't been able to get under a minute. He's been outdone by Elena Rybakina. Rushing now, Siegemund, isn't she?
She sure is. Everything's going just a little bit too fast for her. I wonder if Alexander Zverev Senior already knew that at the beginning of this match that Sasha was most likely not going to play. Good chance. A bit of panic in Siegemund's game just now. Clearly feeling like she's tried everything and none of it has really worked in the face of Rybakina just being awesome today. And the Kazakh is 2 points away now.
Let Fusu.
One-way traffic.
Love 14.
She's going to take some beating in the United Cup. if Kazakhstan continue, and down under generally this season, 3 match points.
Not going away, Laura Siegemund. I'm not sure if it's a little late now, but beautiful forehand down the line here. I just generally think the pace of Rybakina is just too fast today for Siegemund. Also in these conditions, the ball traveling even faster through the air. It's a hot day.
Takes it at the second time of asking, though. Elena Rybakina, awesome again today.
6-1.
3 matches, 3 wins, 6 sets won. Pretty much perfect from the former world number 3. And with the news about Alexander Zverev being out of the singles,